Lately, I've been noticing a pattern. People tuning me out, ignoring what I say, or just straight up failing to follow through. Whether it's conversations that go one sided, a doctor leaving me with more questions than answers, or someone inviting themselves into my space, I keep finding myself frustrated by human interactions. Am I the one who is too insensitive, or are people just this inconsiderate? In this episode, I unpack these moments, how they make me feel, and why I keep choosing to shut people out rather than deal with the disappointment. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us on another episode. My name is Babalwa Brooke, and we have a Facebook group, Babbling Brook Podcast, as well as Instagram. Please follow us there. You can also find me on my personal Instagram at Babalwa Brooke, and as well as other platforms. The blog is babalwabrook.com, and the YouTube is also Babalwa Brooke. Thank you and enjoy this. I would like to hear back from you. So HMU, right? Hit me up. Going on with me? I've been starting and stopping to do a recording on, like, to do a video clip. A story is the word I'm looking for on social media, and I'm just like, no. So I don't know what the need is. Whether the need is to connect, maybe. Because I'd be like, oh, let me do a story about this. Oh, let me do a story about that. I was thinking about earlier when I went to one of the businesses here in town. Hi, everybody. It's Babalwa Brooke. Welcome. Thank you. And all that stuff. All the good stuff. I went for a walk, right? And I coupled it up with, quote unquote, running an errand. So I went to one of the stores here in town. There's only maybe 3. And I was talking to the lady there. We're friendly. Sometimes they'll be like, oh, you're like part of the family. Okay. Gotcha. I'll see how you treat your family. I think I'm good on that. Anywho, neither here nor there. And I was telling her a story, and she like tuned me out. And I just continued. Because I realized, because we were walking around in the store, and I realized somewhere in that walk that she is focusing on what she's doing, walking. You know, because God forbid you should listen to somebody and walk, right? Then I just stood there and I thought, I'm literally talking to myself. Why don't I go home? Where I can talk to myself without somebody else's energy draining me, because I do respond to that kind of stuff. Being around people, I can feel that. I'm somebody who, I don't know if it's the introvert side of me, but I do have a response to being around people, energy-wise. So why am I here and feeling like I'm not being acknowledged when I could tell the same freaking story to myself and not worry about anybody else, right? So I was like, okay, let me figure out how to post that quickly. I don't do like video clips I only do clips at my place from one spot. That's like my social media spot. Not trying to like give people a tour of my house, like for what? So I happened to be in bed at the time without any clothes on. So I thought, I can do this. I'll have the camera zoom right into my face and my nice décolleté. Yeah. So I was like, we'll just zoom into that angle. I started doing a video, and then I thought, there's too much feeling attached to it when you do a video. Let me just type, and then they can use their own interpretation of the tone, etc. Hopefully they get that. Yes, I'm saying it and I mean it, but it's also partly like a joke. It's said in jest. It's not a big deal. So I posted that. Sometimes I said sometimes I'm telling somebody a story and they tune me out midway, in which case I just think, oh hell, I would have been telling the story to myself anyway. So at least I had an audience for half of it, because I'm about to get the good part, so I'm not stopping now and just finish it. Something to that effect. Before that, I wanted to post something else, but somebody else, so I'm bored with those details. And then I kept recording, deleting, and then I typed the part that I just quoted to you. Then I sent somebody a text. Here's what happened. I went out of the house, right? I walked to the store, and then I was around people there, talking and interacting. At one point, while I was talking to somebody, this is a different story. While I was talking to somebody, they started sympathizing with somebody else and said, oh, no, it's fine. You can take it. I'll pay. And I thought, wow. That kind of caught me off guard, because I really thought this person was paying attention. And then I realized you followed the whole interaction that's going on over there to the point where you realize this person is a couple dollars short, and now you're going to help them out. I thought, oh my gosh, how much have I been talking to myself? Let me tell you what. I really love spending time by myself. I do enjoy being around people as well every once in a while, but I don't need it if it's going to make me feel less than. I don't need those negative feelings attached to it. You can tell me to pause it or whatever. I don't need to talk to myself in front of somebody. What kind of bullshit is that? So that happened. And after that, I try to gauge, because now I'm like, wow, this is one of those people. And coincidentally, this person is related to the other person who tuned me out when I was walking and talking to them. And people wonder why I don't want to be around people. I don't know how you guys do it. You can be around people and you're talking to people and people are tuning you out. Maybe you don't get tuned out. Maybe you're the ones who are the tuner outers. I don't know. So that, we ended up, I couldn't get myself to continue and talk to myself with the first case, because I was like, I'm only saying this because I'm contributing to the story they told. So this is my contribution to that. I don't need to tell the story. Sorry for clicking my fingers or whatever, cracking. And then, so I ended up being like, what's going on? Because I feel like I'm the only one who's not in the loop, just busy talking to myself while everybody else is being quote unquote kind and helping. Oh, you need more money, let me help you. Here's a great opportunity. It's one of those like big TikTok, Instagram trends. Let me help somebody where you need a couple more dollars. I'm calling it a trend because I guess I'm being passive aggressive because my little feelings were hurt. It's not, they did help somebody in need, but I was just like, how kind are you that one person feels less than over there because you're being rude to them in order for you to be kind to the other person? I feel like you could have done both. You could have just been like, pause, Brooke, and then do that and let me finish later. Or don't let me finish. Be like, can we not? Or something, fine. And of course, the other lady told me out later, which is ultimately I left. And people will be like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in months. Well, you don't appreciate my presence, bitch. Okay? That's why. Maybe I know they do appreciate my presence. They want me around. They'll ask, hey, come by, blah, 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 blah. But if you are lacking in manners, I don't need to be around for that. So, bye-bye. None of this is like hurting my feelings. I'm just saying. Like, I know how to handle this, and none of this is like important. But that happened. My point there, believe it or not, is not that. My point is the fact that I was around people for like maybe an hour or so, maybe 2. Then I walked back home, and when I was walking home, somebody saw me on camera, and they came out on their home camera. They came out, they were like, hey, Brooke. I'm like, hi. And I did see the car, so I just smiled when I saw the car because I was thinking, and they caught me. I was like, what are you doing? They ended up walking all the way to my house with me. I was like, oh, shoot. And my house is upside down because I don't have people over, partly for that reason. Then they come in, and that was a little bit of interaction. One of my closets was open, and they were like, oh my God, you have this designer bag, that thing, those shoes. And I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to say this. I would prefer for people not to know these kinds of things. What I like about being in town, you can see like my designer bags or whatever. I don't have that many, but I'm just saying. You can see my nice stuff, but a lot of the time, I pack my stuff and then I go out of town. And then it's on social media where I block people from here. So, I don't have real control over it, but like, maybe it's a false sense of security. I don't know. By the way, it's September 22. Nobody's birthday? Yeah. 2023, and the time is 7:43. The person who walked to my house left and said they're going to come back and bring a couple of things that they were going to bring. They had been meaning to come by and bring. Another thing I've noticed about living in a small town, I do live in a town of like maybe in the 3 figures. On a good day, it's 4 figures. So I've noticed that the showing up unannounced thing is not a big deal. I don't really operate like that. Even if you announce, I would prefer it for you to announce it so I can turn you down. Preferably. That's how I work, because I don't really do like socializing. But I try sometimes. So the person was like, okay, I'll be back later. I'm thinking, shit. I have to like spare energy now for that. I spent the first half of my day waiting for a doctor's appointment on the phone, who ended up being more than 4 hours late. That was energy that had to be spent on accommodating somebody else's energy, who I don't even like. That didn't even go great. He diagnosed me with something else. Oh, that's all they do. They just freaking diagnose me. I promise you, I'm not bedridden and on life support. I'm out here living life. So all this freaking diagnosis, I have 5 pending appointments to go and see different specialists and 2 other things that I have to call and whatever. And it's just like, fuck everybody. I'm YOLOing here and enjoying my life. I am not that sick. Maybe I'm in major denial, but whatever, man. It's just giving scam as far as I'm concerned. So it's like first half was that doctor situation, energy or whatever. Then he was late, and then he left me pissed off. And then I had to make other phone calls because he blah, blah, blah. And then he didn't text me back, and it's just blah, blah, blah. And then when I was around people, that went okay. But for the most part, as we just realized, those people tuned me out at one point or another. So that was not a super great way of spending my energy, but it was fine. I didn't hate it. These are people I don't mind. And then from there, I came home. Now there's the other random person. I don't know why I'm giving you a rundown of this. You just heard the whole story. Now I have to wait again for this person to come back. This was not pre-planned. It was like, oh, fuck. Oh my God, I hope they're not sitting outside my window listening. Then I thought, you know what? I know it's only 7 p.m., but I'm going to bed. So I sent them. I feel like it's not just being tired, but it's also spending all my energy so much. It's exhausting for my kind of personality. I don't know if it's being introvert or it's being antisocial or it's just being whatever, broke. So I was like, yeah, so can we do it some other time? Because I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm tired. And they texted me back, I'm a block away. I'll just leave the stuff on your porch, which is nice, but it feels rude from my end. And someone's doing you a favor, and now they're going to be dropping things. I don't know. I mean, it's a favor, but it's also a favor for them too, apparently, or whatever. But I'd like to believe it's more of a favor for me, even though I didn't ask for it. But still, I feel like I'm benefiting. So I didn't want to be rude. I'm thinking, oh, this is the part where it can be looked upon, frowned upon, but really, if you think about it, you're imposing. Yeah, you're doing something for me, but I'm not available for you to do that thing for me. You see what I'm saying? And then you come across as rude when you set boundaries, even for people, because people can impose in the midst of doing something for you that's going to make them feel good, or that's going to clean their house because they're getting rid of something. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't mean to be rude and disrespectful and unappreciative. I do appreciate somebody doing something for me. But can we do it at a time that's convenient to me as well? These are all the politics of socializing. You don't have to deal with any of this. You just don't take people's calls, block people, and don't let people into your house and into your life. But that also has its downsides. So they said, they leave it on the porch. I told them, oh, they're a block away. I'm thinking, how are you a block away? I sent you this text 10 minutes ago. You should have been still at your house. This is a very small town. If you're a block away now, it means you left your house a couple of minutes ago. Why'd you leave your house without? And I thought, okay, they're a block away. Just turn on the porch light, which I've been leaving off because I didn't want to attract crickets. So I turned on the porch light. I put on something so that I'm not naked when they get here. And this was more than 30 minutes ago. You know what? Show me the receipts. Let's see if we can get to the receipts. It was 7:11 when I said, oh no, you can just knock. Right now it's 7:50. It's been 40 minutes. The person was a block away. Even if it were a New York block, they still would have been here by now. Actually, you know what? What if they've already... Before we wrap this up, I'm going to take you along with me. We'll go to the porch and see if they did get here. If they are standing there listening to me, dog them on a podcast. Oh, my feet. I feel like they didn't come, but let's see. Nope, they haven't been here. Unless they went to, I don't know which porch. See? 40 minutes later. Someone who said, I'm going to turn off my porch light now because I'm not going to be up all night due to crickets because somebody said they're a block away. And now I have to be, this is what causes me anxiety, waiting for people. I hate this whole thing of expecting. We'll do another thing where we'll discuss that. When you're like expecting something, I can't do that. But we'll talk about it some other time, like I said. So now, being the person that I am, I would have to be like, hey, are you still coming or whatever? But no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put my phone on focus. And it's going to mute all the phone calls and texts. You know what? They probably didn't even see that, come to think of it. They probably didn't even see the text where I said, no, you can just knock. Maybe when they get here, they'll see the text and they start knocking. Maybe they won't. Now, you see how like my brain works? Now I just want to be like, hey, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. Because now I'm thinking I'm going to put the phone on silent. But maybe they see the message later, and they knock when they get here. I don't want to fucking woken up because you're giving me something I didn't even ask for. Shit. This is why I can't deal with people. You have to accommodate. Can I not accommodate anybody? And just live my life without accommodating anybody or anybody accommodating me? No, that's not how life works. You have to interact with people. Apparently, allegedly. Anyway, I think I'll send them one text and say, okay, I'm going to bed now. If you do leave it on the porch, if you're able to leave it on the porch, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You rock. I gotta be nice. See you next time. Let's go to Vegas. Whatever. Let's be besties. Besties who are not pleased with each other. I can't be friends with people because maybe I'm petty. These things matter to me. And apparently, I don't know. Are they supposed to not matter? Do they not matter to other people? Wait, did I finish those sunflower seeds? I didn't think I did. I've been snacking on sunflower seeds at night and don't remember finishing them. Oh, I apologize for the background. Oh, there they are. Yay. Okay, just gonna and pass out and wake up with a sore jaw tomorrow. It is what it is. At Babala Brook on all social media. babalabrook.com is my blog, and Babala Brook on YouTube. If you want, you can check out my eBay store, The Lovely Brook, or Little Deer, Deer, or My Brook. Obviously, we have to change Little Deer to something Brook-esque. I think we're going to go with Tracker Brook, paying homage to my trucking career. Toodles. Send me a message. Let me know what you think about this kind of stuff. Are you the other people or are you me? Bye.